folks, I am out on an absolutely stunning day in September in the Highlands of Scotland, and I'm on a new field. I haven't really found much yet, but I wanted to show you the depth of this hole that I have just dug to get a signal that was coming in the 80s, where I'd expect a coin to come in, but it's not a coin. But I just wanted you to see how deep the SP24 on field was getting. So I'll just flip you around and I'll show you. I'm really quite surprised. Okay, so here we have our hole, which probably, won't give you a lot of scope for reference, but if I put my hory knife into it, you can see that my hory knife is, you'll not be able to see because of perspective, but it is fully in this hole all the way down. That is to the handle, is to ground level, and that is the scale on the hory knife, 6 inches to here, and that is the full length of the hory knife, and that's my hand for reference. So that's my hand down well into that hole, right at the bottom, and that's where this signal was. Now, where did I put it? Here is part of it. Part of it is this bit of foil. I'm not sure. I put it down somewhere. Oh, the pinpointer's screaming, but that is because it's near to my spade. Right, I'll find the other piece and I'll show it to you. But I was just amazed at the depth that this thing got, because that is over a foot down for this piece of squashed up can. Now, it was reading weird signals. It was reading in the 80s, not where I would expect aluminium to come in, but there are stones in this soil, and we do know that the Simplex reads metals differently if they are under rocks. And this is new soil to me, so I'm only just figuring out sort of how it's going to play about with the way I get signals on the Simplex. But I'll find this bit of can and I'll show you what it was that it located the depth of that pinpointer. So here it is. That was down that deep in field with the SP24 reading in the 80s. So it found it. It could have been something different, but it definitely can read that far down. So I am very, very impressed with the SP24 on 2.77. It does give you an idea of how deep it can see. And I'll just give you a wee shotty of the field that I'm in. Isn't that stunning? You got to love the Highlands. It's absolutely beautiful. And I shall come back to you if I find anything else worth mentioning.